anyway, it doesn't matter, I guess.
We don't want to be public.
Well, who cares at this point? But there'll be two Zoom
things.
YouTubes, maybe. I don't know. I'm just trying to get it to work. All right. Anyway, it doesn't matter, I guess. Okay, so this is the YouTube thing. We need to stop that. Okay, guys, what do you see right now? Or can you hear me?
Yes, we see.
Yes, we see Janet.
We see Janet.
We see
I see Janet. Well,
Click on my thing up there. Click on
okay,
that.
I'm back to Janet Rogers' screen. Well, I just have to replace the. Okay, there's Janet. I'm back on Janet's screen.
Okay. All right. So I guess we're back. Are we?
Just start recording.
As far as I can tell, you never left us.
Okay.
Oh,
Good.
okay. That's good because it was.
Well, we had a mess on our screen, so I don't know what.
I don't know what Janet clicked or didn't click, or
on something.
did she click something? She clicked with her left hand or something.
No, I couldn't get rid of it.
Okay. Well,
Well, I'm gonna go check the YouTube and see.
now just don't start clicking. All right. Don't click away.
I guess I have to be careful what I click. Okay. Okay. So Lena wrote and said,
Just leave it in there.
I see Janet's demos plus on YouTube. It's on as well. Okay. All right, good.
I started this and then I forgot to send it.
That's great.
Yeah.
Are you happy with it?
Okay, so did everybody get a chance to do the child? Because I'll go back to let's see.
Pretty good to me.
I'll trace this. What I'm talking about is
I'm gonna
this.
Okay, I'm going to go back to the female. So the other woman. So if there's anything that you want me to check, or let me do that first. And if you want to say anything, you can interrupt me. But I'm going to go back to her because that's one thing I wanted to do. Let's get that. No. Okay. Oops, that's upside down. Okay, because I wanted to work a little bit on the hair and stuff like that. So, okay. Okay, move over a little bit.
Janet, I have a quick question. How do you get a black with the light triad?
Well, you don't
Can
get
you?
real black.
Huh?
You don't get real black. You get gray
Okay.
by mixing, like here, I mixed all the colors together. If you want it more blue gray, see, this was for her hair. If you want more gray in here, you would just mix more of more pigment. The more pigment you get in there, the thicker, the darker it'll get. Here's some green, a little more yellow. See, do you see how gray that is?
Well, I'm seeing purple.
Okay, well, you put more yellow in or maybe some orange.
Okay.
You know, that's kind
All
of
right, I'll work at it.
that's kind of a gray. If you mix those three colors together, you'll
Okay.
to an obnoxious gray, but you can put more blue in or more red in, make it more purple gray or yellow gray or orange gray, more brown. But you should be able to mix a lot of things. Now that's only the light triad, the medium triad. If you want a dark, dark black, a heavier thing, you'd have to mix this green, which is ultramarine green, ultramarine blue, and quinacridone gold, and the ultramarine blue and the alizarin. So that's how you would get a dark. Well, it dries up a little bit, but see, that's the you get the green in there. That's more of a black, you know, that's darker than the other one. If you can see, that's going to be less. Well, I can show you on another. See, that's this color. That's dark. But the other one is going to be a little lighter. I mean, the more pigment you use, the more it'll. That's about as dark. I can get pretty dark with that, can I? That's just with the three, you know, colors. So the more pigment you use, the darker it'll be.
Okay. The gray is what I should get.
Well, you can get.
Well, a dark gray.
Yeah. For what now? For what?
It was for like the pupil and the the lashes.
I just used that gray I had right there.
Yeah.
Maybe I used the darker one.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so we're back to Jenna. Okay, and let me get a little tape so it stops sliding down. Okay. All right, so now I think I better go over on the other side of the face. I'm going to change my water because it's getting a little bit dirty, but here's my new water. It's just a little. I used to paint with a great big bucket. I don't anymore because it's just too much trouble and it gets too heavy. And you don't really need it. Don't need a big bucket. Okay, let me clean this up a little bit.
What are you working on now, Jenna?
I'm working on the Jenna.
Jenna she has the flower in her hair?
Yes.
You just say something about needing a big bucket?
Yes.
Okay, so I guess it's up again.
Okay, it's up again, whatever. Okay, now what I'm going to do is go to the side of the face. I'm going to mix it together a little bit, meaning, let me show you what I did here. Okay, so I'm mixing a little bit of that color together, and it's more of a neutral one color. And I'm thinking I'll just put that down there like that, just to knock that white down. And now I'm going to pull that edge over. Okay. And put a little bit of pink in there. That just knocks that pink down a little bit, so it's not so glary. That white, you know, otherwise it can be. And let's take some purple. Put that over on the side of the shadow side. Take a little bit of the blue, that cerulean. Let's see if that. This is a second application, really.
Can we zoom in just a little bit?
Oh, pardon, what? Move
Zoom
in.
in just a little.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good idea. Oops, a little dark. Now I don't want that too purple, because what happens is if a color's too intense, it just comes forward too much. And I want this to go back, but I don't necessarily want it to look like makeup. So maybe we'll put a little green in there just to neutralize it. That's too green. It's blue, too blue. I don't know what happened to Goldilocks. Okay, well, anyway, that's a little neutralized, but not great. That's maybe I should mix things a little bit more. Yeah, I've thought of that. Thought of mixing things a little bit more. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to put a little bit of that eyebrow in there. Maybe a little dark. I don't want to do it too dark. That's too dark. So I'm going to lighten up. So it's all about values, color, things like that. Oh, I threw that in there. It looks a little strong. See, I'm just putting it in, lifting it out. That's good enough. Okay, maybe I ought to come over to the other side. I want to darken this as I have in the picture. You can see the picture here. The dark right in here. Let's see.
Okay, guys, when
Oops.
that whole thing went down and you know, we were trying to get things to work again, I probably stopped YouTube briefly, the recording on the live, and then the recording also on YouTube. So I just sent Bob or Bill, I'm sorry, another link. So there'll be two separate YouTube things, just because I had to, I guess it restarted and stuff, only it required a new link. So it's two for the price of one.
But they should use the second one you just sent
No,
Yeah.
I should use both of them.
Both of them.
There'll be two separate ones. So
on two separate videos.
yeah, it looks
Well,
like
One will go to a certain length and then use the second one, right?
right, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Part 1, part 2.
Yep.
There you go.
The saga continues.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just getting this. Is it up now?
Yeah.
Okay, that seems to be working. It's like you try something, and if it doesn't work, you try again. And it just seems like the paper box is taking color certain times. So go with it. I don't know. Okay. Okay. Okay, little purple there. And then I'm going to watch those edges so they don't get too hard. And then we'll put a blue in there. It's too intense. Okay, I'm gonna maybe get some green in there. Rinse, watch that edge. It's a little tricky to do that second application. Okay, rinse. And this gets, usually the nose is warmer on that side. Okay. Okay. I don't know why that blue is there like that. Okay, I'm just watching that filtrum come down, get a little bit of color in that mouth right there. Okay, and you don't always have to copy. Sometimes you have to be aware of what's happening on the paper. Okay, that's okay. Now I'm going to look up at that. Okay, that's a little dark there, but that's okay. I'm going to smush the eyebrows because I don't want them to look like they're painted on or drawn on or something like that. So it's a matter of values too. Okay, I'm going to go to the hair. Maybe mix a little of that dark that I have mixed up and get that dark orange in there too. It's getting quite messy. There's the alizarin that I'm getting in there and a little bit of that other color in there. Okay. So it's on that dark side. Okay. Okay, now let's see.
Better zoom the other way now.
What? I'll do
Zoom
it.
the other way.
Okay, come up.
We're not seeing it there. That's it.
Okay. How about, I'm thinking a little more of the pink in there. Pink and yellow. A little more of the color coming in. A little bit more yellow on top of it. Okay. Now I'll go back to her hair.
Is this zoomed?
What?
Zoom.
What?
Is this zoomed in?
She wants you to zoom more closer.
Oh. Okay.
Better.
Okay, thank you. Getting a darker edge on that side. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to pull from there. So that's a little too red. I don't like that color. Okay. Pull a little bit. Maybe I'll get a little green. I don't know why. What I'm trying to do is trying to paint those pieces of hair that are coming out, but I have to make them be like hair too. So maybe I'll go with that little flat brush that I used. See, it would be easier for me to reach for a red maybe, but I think I'll just go put some dark purple in here. I like that. It gave me a little bit of sense of, it was that dark purple. I'm afraid I was trying to get my hand to cooperate. steadiness. Okay. Okay. Watching the edges because let me see if I can soften some edges. You know, if you have hard and soft edges, your eye's going to go to where the sharpness is or the darkness. Dark against light, you're always playing that game, light against dark, cool against warm, warm against cool. They're the things we love. Okay, she's got red earrings on, but I think I'll make them gold or whatever. Nothing. Okay. So notice that I'm pulling all the edges together. A little bit more of that purple. So the purple and the warm. I don't want to break up everything and make everything look the same. Okay, let me get a little bit of the, I'm going to try to lift. You know how we did the roses yesterday? Lift some of that. Okay, I think I'm playing too much in here. I liked it before because it was more simple. Let me just go back and, okay. Maybe I better get out before I don't need to keep doing that much. Okay. How about a little red and orange just to catch up with that thing in her hair. Okay. Just to make it a little more interesting. Okay. Now I'll go back to, and let me get a little more of that red up in here. Okay. And then I'm going to hit that dark again up here. Okay. Looks okay to me. I'm trying to get looser. I could get looser. Maybe tomorrow will be my wild day. Okay. So part of it is looking at your painting, or looking at the photograph for information, but always looking at your painting too, to see where it's going. I don't want it to look like a wig, so I want to lift a couple edges, soften in edges. Ooh, purple. That purple. Okay. So I'm always thinking about the part that I want you to look at. Thinking I want to darken this edge because that part of the eye is moving away from the light. Things fade and then you have to respond to it. Okay. I want more of a load. And then I'm looking, so I picked up this gray part and then I'm mixing it with all this. So it's really kind of, I couldn't tell you what color that is. It's a mixture of a lot of different things. Okay. It doesn't have to be exactly like her. Rinse, maybe let's lift a little bit of that. Or maybe we can go in with a flat. Good enough. Okay. Okay. Now, every time you come down like that, if you find yourself painting vertically, move the brush horizontally. That's kind of an important thing to think about. I wanted a little more movement on that side like that, out like that. I don't mind this little run back there. I kind of like it.
Please repeat your last statement. If you're coming down vertically, move the brush horizontally.
Yes, like this. I'll show you. Like if you're painting like this, lifting your brush. Okay, keep the brush on the paper. That's another thing. Keep the brush on the paper. Don't keep dabbing, lifting, shoving paint in there. Okay, just not that you're doing it. I just will warn you. So here's the moving horizontally, moving it. Okay, I did lift it.
Don't do what you did.
Yeah, that's right. It's so funny. It's like one time I'll say, don't do this, and then I do it. That looks a little washed out. So I need more pigment. Okay. Like if you're coming down like this, go try to move it horizontally. That's all. That's what I'm trying to say. Maybe move it. Oh, don't fall into painting a wall. That's all. Don't fall into painting. Okay. So the shapes of the hair, see, I like to design hair to be moving rather than be the same shapes. It's the same with flowers. You want to vary the value and the shapes so that they're not hard, that it doesn't get boring to look at them. Now I'm just lifting a little bit in there. I think that's kind of interesting. I can always go back and get darker if I want. There is a hard line there, so I can just lift that. And I could come back in there later and do a darker line, which is probably what I'm going to do. In fact, maybe I'll just drop a little dark in there and watch it. Ooh, I like it. I get so excited. Okay. Now I'll go down here and pick up that little dark right there. Maybe I'll make it more red. Okay. Good enough. I don't have to make it whatever I think it needs. Let's just leave it alone. Sometimes you don't know what to do. Just leave it alone. This part up in here, I made it real dark. It just didn't stay dark. I'm going to lift that edge there, come back. Now it's a little bit darker on that neck. And it's a little bit warm under there, but I don't know what that is. It may be flesh tone, warm flesh tone there. She has her head up a little bit. Okay, now this is her dark top. Okay, so this is the green. Okay, maybe. Okay. There's a color, and if you don't have June bug, anybody have June bug? You probably don't. Maybe I'll go with everybody have Prussian blue.
Yes.
Yes.
Probably a staple. Let's do a little Prussian blue. Put that in there, maybe with a little purple. Ooh, that makes a nice dark, doesn't it? Let's just do that.
So what color is Junebug?
Junebug's pretty. It's a color from Cheap Joe's. I'll show you the colors. It's like a blue green. If you don't have it, you can use sap green and Prussian blue. And it makes it more of a green, something like that. But let's throw a little bit of that in there. Okay. I'm just like to play with color.
Me too.
Okay, let's see.
Right, Bill?
Right. Right.
Let's see.
Can you move it up a little bit now?
Okay. Good point. See, I'm not paying attention. That's. I need a bigger brush. I'm not even sure what I want to do here, but. I don't know. I get scared sometimes thinking I want to do something and then I think, oh, that scares me. Okay. Okay. Maybe we'll just lift that out of there. Okay. I'm not sure I want to do that, but you can do what you want to do in there. I don't know. I just didn't feel like doing all that stuff. Maybe I can just lift it. Change my mind. What if I...
I think that's great. Just like that. I like it.
Yeah, it
Simple.
makes it look like a lace shawl.
It is. That's what it's supposed to be.
It looks nice because it doesn't compete.
Maybe I'm just, maybe that's the line I want there. Yeah. It's a little different. Anyway, it's a little strong in there, but that's okay. It's opposite, of what she is in a way, but I just felt like doing that. So I did it this way this time, right? Okay. Now that's a little dark, but I could put a background in. Okay, what time is it?
3:13.
Should I put a background in or do you want to wait?
Yes, do a background.
What about the rest of the net?
Well, that's the thing. If I put the background in, it'll show up white. This was the color I did yesterday, didn't I? With those orchids or something. I'm into this color.
It's working even better today.
Oh, good. Ooh, it's a little dark. Okay. I think I better take this picture away because it's going to get all wet. Oops, sorry. Mm. Now, usually I do a little more color in that background, but let me see what happens. You have to let it go sometimes. This is terrible for me, but in a way, it's good for me because I have to just play sometimes, and it doesn't mean it's always going to turn out. In fact, most of the times it doesn't. But it's better to...
Very encouraging.
No, it's better to have played and lost than to never have played at all, I guess. I know it isn't, Bill, but maybe it's me. So what I wanted to do is you just have to jump off the cliff is all I'm saying. Now, that is a bad shape there. I guess that's going to have to go. Okay. Little bit of pink. And let's knock that down a little bit. Now, I do think something has to be strengthened in that side and that shadow in that side, but yep. Okay, a little bit more in the mouth. Oh. Okay, it's a little strong. Let's look that out of there. sometimes I've gotten into buffing things. I call it buffing. I don't know. Like, I'm not sure it's a good habit to get into, but I never used to do it before, but okay, well, I had fun anyway. Like I said, it's fun. So let me see if I can put a mat around it and see if it's. Wait a minute. I like this edge down here. And I think that worked. Maybe I can pull this down, crop it more. Maybe I have to make the hair a little stronger. It depends. I'll have to wait till that's dry to make that decision. Sometimes it's hard to make a decision right away. You need to wait a little bit. And I threw that pink in there at the last minute and down in that area. So trying to connect those two. Well, you learned a little bit about my process, which is a little crazy, but that's okay. Now let's get a little more of that. Okay, more of that. I like that yellow green that oh, I like that. Kind of green around the eyes. I don't know. Green around the gills, right?
Well, it links it with the shirt.
That's what I like. I like linkage, or I like things to connect.
Well, you did say you were going to give her green eyes.
There you go. And it doesn't, the one thing that you have to learn about painting is that you have to be willing to let it go. Like, it doesn't always work. I don't know. I find this color that I like at the end of the painting, and I think, what do I do with that? Do I go farther? Do I stop? What? My mother used to say, oh, well, you'd be a good painter if somebody would take your brush away from you. I guess she means, that I overdo it. Kind of like that. So maybe you want to put more in, or let's see, putting a little bit of that yellow into the face. I don't think I've ever done that before, but I kind of think that's fun. Okay, it's a little strong. Okay, maybe we'll let it dry. That's a little bit much. I mean, I didn't mean to go that far, but I hope I didn't lose you. Okay, do you want to work on that for a while? To play?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Oh, oh, oh. Uh-oh. I just got something.
It's a beauty mark.
A beauty. There we go. Okay. I'm just trying to finish that. Remember not to do a dark line through the. It's hard to judge things sometimes when the painting gets dry and it's really all about process. For me anyway. Okay. It's better. If anybody needs help, let me know. I'm gonna. Oops. any questions or anything at all, just let me know. Doing? Anybody want me to look at anything?
Yeah, Janet, I'm ready.
You're ready?
Tell me what I can do to her. Wait a minute.
Let me, I'm going to, okay, remove, let me go to you. And Steve? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm going to,
Yeah, looks great.
and I want to pin him, right? Pin.
Mine won't pin. Okay, here we go. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that color is weird on this monitor. The painting doesn't look anything as nearly that red.
Okay, and the hair, you mean?
Yeah, well, all over.
Well, looks all right. She's a redhead.
Yeah, this light's bad. I got to get a better light in here.
Those redheads in Paris.
Redheads in Paris.
Oh, yes.
I like it. Now, if you move the green over a little bit on the other side, that'll
Yeah, that was what I was wondering about. Do you think I should do that?
a little bit. Yeah. It doesn't take much because it has to move in back of her, you know, obviously.
Okay. All right.
Much.
I was wondering. That's a good suggestion.
I wouldn't do much. The one eye looks, it might be my fault. I didn't really do much to the bottom of her eyes. The ones on mine, like I didn't do much.
Yeah, her right eye on mine looks kind of strange.
Whichever one, yeah.
Well, it's strange on the picture. That's why I made it strange.
I know. The photos are really a problem because they never look right.
Yeah, I'll work on that eye a little bit.
But it looks really good. The rest of it, I like the feeling of it. I think it looks good. I think just try to move it over a little bit, work on the eyes a little bit. One's kind of going a different, maybe that one on your, let's see, if you turn it around towards
Tell me her eye, which eye, left or right?
the left eye, or looking at the painting on the left
Her
side.
left eye?
On the left side, it looks a little big, but I think it's really the one on the right side.
Yeah, I can make the one on her right side bigger.
Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking. And also no paying attention to where the shadow is on the photo. I think that's a problem. With the,
Okay.
I think having that shadow there, it's throwing that light, it kind of wonky.
Yeah. The painting looks better than it does on this. I think this camera on this IMAX is kind of crummy.
Oh, maybe it's not the best.
Okay.
No, we're okay.
I'll do the background and work on that eye a bit.
Do you see where I'm looking here on mine? I'm pointing to mine.
Okay, I'll look at yours. Hold on.
Just
Yes. Okay.
in there. That's, you have a sharp line and a light, and that makes it look different. And I think get rid of that. Don't worry about that big light there. Make it darker, I think, or closer in value. I think you can, it's kind of wonky. It's like the two of them are, the two lines are coming back, like on here. It's, you know, it's kind of curved, and I don't have it quite curved enough, but that's okay. But see how that there's not a lot of light there on mine, and maybe there's a sharp difference with yours, right?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
I
So you
think
think I should darken it all in?
a little bit.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be real dark, but you know, make them both the same size, I think. And this on back, I was thinking I should probably do a little bit more with that eye. you know, maybe just a little bit more on both eyes to get it. I don't know whether I should or not, but it's real subtle. Maybe I don't know. I think I try to work on that. You can.
Yeah, I will.
And then, you know, I wanted to ask people if they wanted to show me what they've done, or do you want me to go back to, I think maybe the little girl I should finish tomorrow.
Yeah, it's getting close to quitting time. Well, we got 12 minutes.
Yeah, and I could do it if they want me to, I will stay and no problem. But
No, it's been a long day.
let me see what anybody,
I have a meeting I have to go to later on, so I can't.
who's that?
Janet,
Janet? Okay, anybody want me to look at anything?
Just have a show and tell for a while.
I'm going to let you see mine, but I'm still having problems getting the darks. I did the little girl.
Pin.
Can you see?
No, wait a minute. Veronica, hold on a minute. Let's see. Where am I looking at? Who am I looking at?
Veronica?
No, the one up.
Verity?
Verdi.
Okay. Let me look at Verdi's.
That looks good. A little stringy on the hair. Maybe soften a few edges on the hair. And maybe, I'm thinking on the right side, on the light side of the face, darken the cheek just a little there. It just
Okay.
like maybe, and that will be it. I think good. Looks good.
Yeah.
Okay. Who Veronica? Veronica, were you the one that asked?
Let's see. Veronica wanted to do.
Let's see. Hold on. I got to undepend Verdi. Oops. I'm having problems.
Okay.
If somebody else needs to go, let them go.
Christina, you want to go?
Okay. Oh,
Okay, there's Christina's. Okay, Christina, looks like the forehead's real big. The drawing part from here. I don't know why. It's probably the angle. And it's hard to say because she does have a high forehead, but don't let it be that big. Let it kind of put a little shadow like it's going back, because I love her face. And I think that takes away a little bit. It's just bring the hairline down more. Maybe bring a little bit and a little shadow between. It's beautifully painted though. You're muted. You're muted. Let me see. Let me see her again. Okay, hold it still. Now the background, it looks like you were just using palette and just maybe wet it first and then drop that in. So it's a little agitated and it's taking away from her. So maybe wet a little bit on the background and then float the color in. And it'll be a little more solid. Not all over, but especially near this side of her face. See? Do you see what I mean? Do you agree? I don't know. It just would, it's not too, you have light value back there, so it's not real bad, but it's a little too floaty or separated. That's all. But beautiful painting, beautiful painting. Okay, let me see. Remove pin. Okay, Veronica, you want me to? Okay, Veronica, you want to hold it up, or did you find out?
oh, let's see.
I can see you and I can hear you.
Okay.
Okay.
Like I said, I have trouble getting the darks. It's an improvement.
There's the three, okay. Use less water in your mixture.
Okay.
So,
I'll continue working on it.
do it all over. Just a few, like squint. Her eyes are dark, and that's the darkest dark.
Yeah. On
Here,
my painting or on the photo.
when you're painting,
Yeah.
that's fine. So you want to put a few darks in. Let me get to her picture here. Oh, she.
Okay. I'm going to have to, so I can see you.
Oh,
Okay.
So the few darks in there. Can you see me in the little square?
I have you on full screen.
Okay. Do you see the darks in there?
In the hairline?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then push a little dark in there, but not that as dark as her eyes.
Yeah.
Little corner in the mouth. I will go over her tomorrow. I'll finish
Okay.
cleaning. So
I'll draw her again.
okay.
Thank you.
Good job though.
Pardon?
You did a good job.
It's improving.
Yes. Okay. I'm going to remove pen. Who else do we have here? Tanya. Anybody else have something to show me? The pink, if I've got too much water. Now the thing about putting on the flush tone. Anybody else? Don't be so anxious. Gee, they're really clamoring. No. No. Anybody have any problems?
I have another question for you. This is Veronica.
Veronica?
And nobody's ready. I ran into a little problem that I was getting runbacks on the face, and that bothered me. So I had the tendency to overwork it.
Okay. Runbacks means that you have too much water on your brush. So you always have a dry paper towel in your hand to take off that excess water, or throw it on your floor, but you don't want to do that.
No, we just put new floors down.
Be civilized. So just take your brush, or Steve puts it on his pants or shirts or something. Nice. Okay. Does that help? And it may be too wet, the paper.
It's like the paper got dry, and then all of a sudden I'm putting water on it.
Okay, now, if the paper is not completely bone dry, there comes a time when you have to stop painting, because it's drying and it feels dry, but if it's cold, cool to the touch at all, it's not dry.
So just stop completely.
Stop, get it dry, get the hair dryer, dry it both sides.
Okay.
Until it's bone dry, or go somewhere else and go get a cup of tea or something.
Janet, I'm having trouble making a good brown.
Who's that, Tanya?
Georgia.
Georgia, where? Okay, wait till I get to you, Georgia. I'm coming. I just need to work. Georgia, I'll be there in a minute.
Okay.
Where are you?
Upper left.
Oh, you know what? I should go to gallery view. Then I'll find you. Gallery view. Georgia, there you are. I'm going to pin you. Georgia, right?
Yes.
Okay. What did you find?
I said I'm having trouble making a good brown.
A good brown?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what kind of, did you say a good brown or a red brown?
Either one.
Okay. Okay, now, I'm just going to clean this up a little bit. gonna clean this all up here. And I'm gonna start from scratch to show you how to make a brown. You want to vary browns. When you like a dark brown, or here's a purple. Remember, this is the purple, which is ultramarine blue and alizarin crimson. That's the purple. And this is the green, which is the dark green, is the quin gold and the ultramarine blue. So there's a brown. You don't see me, do you?
I kept trying to make it from the light triad.
The
I
what?
didn't realize we were into the dark triad.
The dark triad, right?
Yeah, I was using the light triad. Maybe that's the problem.
Okay, well, what's going to happen with the light triad? I will try to make it here. Can you see me? Can you see this? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, there's the purple. It's a lavender color. And here's some green. We'll take the yellow and the blue together. Okay, that's kind of a gray. Now I'm going to take the yellow orange, which is Aurelian and permanent rose. Now that's a brown, but it isn't as rich as the other one. So I would say go with the dark triad. See, there's the brown right there.
Yeah. I kept getting it too green.
Too green?
Kept getting it too green.
Okay, well then, and here's some of the quin gold and the quin gold and the alizarin. Put that over top of it, or put some purple on top of it. I think, to me, the easiest way is go for that mixture, which is quin gold and alizarin, like that. And then I put in some purple, which is the dark purple. And you get brown right away. The mixture of the quinacridine gold and the alizarin crimson, which is the dark orange, those two mixed together make a dark orange, right? And then if you put in the dark purple, which is alizarin crimson and the ultramarine blue mixed together, that's your dark purple. And if you mix those together, you got a brown.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. We'll try to play with them. They're easy. If it's too much, you can always add a little green or something.
I guess one of the problems was we were trying to stay in the light triad and didn't think about going into the dark triad.
Well, yeah, that can be a little muddier. Let's make it with the here's the lighter triad. There's the brown. This is the lighter triad. You can add a little more of the, it just seems a little muddier or something. Maybe it's the,
That's what was happening.
it's a little too muddy.
Yeah.
So where were you trying to do that? What painting?
Well, I was with the child and trying to get a dark brown, and I was staying in the light triad, and I just wasn't getting the dark color that I was looking for. So
I don't think you need a dark color in her, right? Because she's so blonde and so light.
okay,
I would have stayed in with that triad, and I'll do that tomorrow.
okay.
Tomorrow. So, okay. Who's next? Georgia, did you want me to look at anything?
I'm not far along enough, really. I'd rather have you look tomorrow.
Okay, I will do that. It can do it in the morning or whenever you want.
Okay.
What? Mara?
Hey,
Tomorrow.
Good.
hey, Janet. Tomorrow too. Would you go over again about like on the child about the eyes not so that they look like almond, or like a completely filled in the line, the eye, the shape of the eye.
Yes, I'll go over the eyes again. Do you want me to put that eye up again? Well, I'll go over.
No, I have.
Okay, I'll go
Um,
over it again.
but when I was painting the eye on on the child, I kept drawing the line completely, so I had problems with that. That makes sense?
All the way around, a line all the way around?
Yeah, I was, I had difficulty with that. I kept erasing it or washing it out.
Never enclose anything.
Pardon?
Never enclose anything.
Yeah.
I don't think of anything that I would enclose. Always have a way out.
On the top and the bottom eyelid, or just the bottom?
It's just, well, yeah, more on the bottom because it's in and out. It's not, remember, lines sometimes are thicker and thinner and sometimes disappear. They're lighter, darker.
Okay, I'll work on it.
Just remember that if you can. Okay. Oh, there you are. You're unmuted. Are you unmuted, Tanya?
Oh,
Are you muted? Just press your mute button. You got it.
Am I muted now?
You're good. Okay, you're good. All right, that's looking good, but I'm thinking your edges of the hair are a little too predictable. I'm counting hairs on the ends. So vary them a little bit. The ones on top are better. The 3 on the bottom, well, I have it too, but look, they're not all the same, right? Yours are the same. And I understand, I do it all the time. So you just have to catch yourself, make one bigger or make one lighter, connect them together. It's just a little thing, but your eye goes right here because it's dark against light, okay? And I think you did great with the flesh tone, so terrific. Yeah, oh, good. The chin's a little long, but who cares? You're muted again.
I don't know why it changes when I haven't pressed anything.
I don't know either, Tanya, but so much. I think aren't you pleased with the flesh tone and everything else? It's good. You know, with the hair, what you might want to do is wet a little bit, and then
okay,
it'll move itself. That will help instead of trying to do it dry.
Okay, and that was good to talk to Georgia about making the brown because I forgot how to make the brown.
Okay, well then we'll go over that again. But you picked up on that. It takes,
yeah.
You know, it's simple in a way. I forget how simple it is with not too many colors, but it really is complicated.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it isn't. There's not that many colors, but I think basically if you go with the oranges and the darker ones seem to be more transparent. I don't know why, but the dark purple and the dark orange.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Anybody else here?
here's mine, Janet.
Hold on a minute. Okay. Oh, lovely. Janet, looks great.
Yeah, don't like I'm like Bill. I don't like the eyes, but
Oh, it looks okay. It's just that they, that bottom lid, it's hard to, I should explain that with the construction tomorrow. I'm going to go over that eye tomorrow.
Okay.
You want to just, if you want, you can get rid of that bottom. If you look at it, it's like the bottom lid holds the eyeball in.
Yeah.
The one in the light is just right.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I like it. I just don't like that other one.
No, it's, you need to move that down a little bit more of the bottom.
The bottom lid, open it up more. Okay.
Open it up more.
Okay.
Looks terrific.
Thank you. Is the hair okay?
Yeah, it looks good, I think. You
Okay.
could use a little more value, but I like it overall. I think you did a great job. I really do.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Okay.
Charlie? Oh,
Charlie's still here. Linda's still here. Lena, Christina's. Anybody have something they want me to? Charlie, do you have anything?
I don't have anything that needs to be seen by anybody.
good one, Charlie.
All right. Linda, anything?
Can I ask a real quick question? I have to leave to get ready for SWS meeting. And what are we going to be doing tomorrow? Do we need to draw out the man?
Can if you want to. I'm also thinking tonight I'll probably look for a dark skinned person. I'll try to send that and that man. If you want to do him, I'm going to finish the little girl. I'm going to work on some figures. If I think of anything, I'll bring the pictures.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. All right. Well, I got to sign off. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Hey, Janet,
Yeah.
wait a second. I just have a question. Are you going to have a SWA board meeting next week?
No.
You don't know?
No, we'll probably have it this week. I imagine she hasn't said she wanted it Saturday, and then she wanted it Sunday, and then she wanted it Monday, and it just didn't work. So I don't know.
Hi, Linda.
I'll ask Darla.
Yeah, she's the one that had to set it up. So anyway, we're having SWS tonight, though. So
Okay.
Are we having SWA next week?
we're working on getting a Zoom.
Oh, okay.
She ended up not doing one. She just did it by.
What, Charlie?
I'm going to talk to Linda right now. So
I think the end result was we're all email.
okay.
We're what, Charlie?
I think we're not having a board meeting.
Oh, okay.
She just did it with.
Right. I don't think we are either, but we are having a meeting Monday, and I hope Skeeter got Zoom bought because we're going to try to do Zoom. We approved that. Okay, I got to go. Bye.
Linda Brindler.
Bye.
Okay. I'm sorry.
I'm a little behind
Oh, that's,
because, I don't have any hair. I just have a head.
oh, nice. Very,
That's all I have.
that's very
Very
good.
laborious.
You've got,
I'm too slow.
it looks a little gray in there, but that's okay. It may be purple.
Oh, looks like that on the internet. I swear it's the internet.
Okay.
Yes, this right. Yeah, it's blue.
It's
I don't have any purple on there because purple and I don't get along.
looks good.
So
I think you're coming very nicely. Take your
I'll get rid of the dark though, but it doesn't look that dark in real life.
I think the value is fine. Let's just go past that and then go work on the hair, all that stuff. And
Okay.
I'll work on the little girl tomorrow.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. And
I
then
painted better a couple days ago. I painted good a couple days ago. Here's that. Here's what I did a couple days ago.
what's that?
That was better. A lot better.
Very cool. Very. Have, let's see. Lena, did you have anything? Lisa or Lena? Yes, Lisa or Lena? You have anything to share?
Yes, I have a beginning of the little girl.
Okay, good, Lena. Add pin. Okay. Okay, now the one seems far over, but I don't know whether that's just the way it is. Maybe be careful. The pupil should be the same size in both eyes and a little highlight, but that's okay.
Actually, yeah, that eye isn't done. I had to wait for it to dry so I could correct it, and I thought I'd just wait till tomorrow.
You know, I'm thinking the other eye should be a little bit big.
This one?
Well, do you think it should be bigger? You'll work on it tomorrow, right?
Yes.
I love the flesh tone you got. I think that looks fabulous, don't you?
Well, thank you. I was trying to follow you.
So wetting the paper first worked for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, I love dropping color in.
Okay, that worked for you. So that's a good thing for you to know.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes.
All right. Thanks for coming, Lena. Okay. Lisa?
Janet, I have one,
Uh,
sort of.
Lisa, that looks great.
Thank you. Still doing changes, but
Looks great. Now the map looks a little over.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, better. That's better.
Okay, the mouth on
Yeah.
this side needs to be coming over just a little bit.
No, I can't hear you.
The mouth needs to come over a little bit more.
Yeah, I just saw that when I put it up here, it looked crooked. Okay.
It looks
Yeah,
great.
poor girl.
Looks good though.
Yeah, thank you. I'll see what I can do with that mouth.
Yeah, just a little bit. And on the white side, on this side, put a little bit more flesh tone over there.
Okay.
Okay, on this side.
All right.
All right.
Okay, I can do that. Okay, thank you.
I just have one thing to say. Lisa, she's got a lot of attitude.
Yeah, she.
Well, thank you. I think that was the goal here. Thank you.
Okay. Let's see. Is there anybody else that wanted to? If not, I'll have Steve stay on, but I'll have Steve stop the recording. Okay, I got everybody.
Something's wrong with your volume, Janet.
Oh, it's me?
Oh, or else I think maybe somebody else wasn't muted.
Oh, maybe. Could be that somebody's not muted.
Your sound is coming in and out.
Okay, let me mute everybody and then we can see. Steve? Steve? Mute all. Let me mute all. Can you hear me now?
Sort of.
Better.
It's better?
Yes, a lot better now.
Okay, well then I muted everybody. So, but maybe you think it's not me?
You're good.
No, you're clear now.
Okay, I think let me see, pin myself. Okay, but now what we're gonna do is close the recording and then I'll talk to you about tomorrow, right? Or maybe I'll just say a few words about tomorrow. So we're going to do the little girl. We'll finish her. We'll work on eyes, right? Work on the eye construction, a little bit more in features. And I think you're all doing great. I really do. Some of you need more time. I'm going to send pictures of that, the head construction that I did the other night, and send a little bit of that. I'll send that drawing I did today. Bill, were you going to send anything?
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah.
You can send them to me and I'll send them out if you want.
I hate to have you send them all out. That.
Well, I'm here. Doesn't matter to me.
I think I'll do it. The only one I don't have, I think I have Lisa's email.
Well, if you have a class roster that you're sending out through the joining the meeting, you could just send it out that way too, right?
Bill has that. I think I have Lisa Flannery's. I think I have that somewhere. At least if I don't, I'll ask Linda.
Well, hold on. I'll give it to you.
Okay. Well, Steve, can you end this meeting?
All right, bye, everybody.
Okay, I'm going to end the YouTube thing. I'm going to end the recording, and then we can continue with the meeting. I know. I just want to stop. I want to end the meeting. I mean, the recording, and I'm trying to figure out how to do that. Stop live stream, right?
What? Don't do anything. Don't.
I'm sorry.
Do anything at
Sorry.
all.
I just was.
Don't do anything.
I get yelled at.
Well,
if
I don't want you to
Okay.
mess it up and then have to spend.
Go ahead. I just
20
thought I would
minutes trying to-
stop live stream.
Oh, how did you do that?
I just went up to YouTube.
Okay, that's good. Well, I was going to
Well,
go
good.
down here.